Hello and welcome to Dear Love Talk. Not Love Talk, Dear Love Talk. There's a little difference. And the difference is that anytime you want, you can send your questions to us via email or by Facebook, Twitter, whichever one you prefer. And we will try to be as straightforward as we can in answering these questions. You can send your questions to questions@lovetalkshow.tv and Elena and I will try to answer them based on our experience.
Yes, and if we don't know, because we don't have all the answers, we will do our best to answer each and every question. We promise you that. So don't be shy and send your email to us.
Now, let's start with the first one. And this is a question from someone who attended our marriage course. It says, what is the difference between love and sex? Well, this is an easy one. The truth is that you can have sex with anyone, right? Not that you should. There's a difference between saying that you can and you should. These are two different things. But when it comes to making love with someone, that can only be done, that can only happen with one person. And that's someone that you are committed to, that you love. You know, there is no such thing as I love two people. I can't decide which one I love. I love this one for this reason. I love that one for that reason. This is a lie. It doesn't exist. Whoever says this to you, whichever expert that person is, it's not true. Because you can only love one person. And I would say that making love can only happen with that one person.
Yes, and people who are really truly committed to their partner, they know what this word means. It's not just anything, oh yeah, I had sex with my partner. No, it's something, it means more than that. It means attachment, it means commitment. It's something you don't do with everyone else. It's just between you and your partner. It's a special moment. And
it's more than sex, right? It like you said, Elena, it develops this attachment.
Yes.
It's like the more intimate you are with that person that you love, that you're committed to, the more intertwined you will be, the more you'll understand each other. And proof of this is that when a couple is no longer intimate as they should be, they start to feel distant. They start to drift apart because there isn't that glue that brings them together.
It's the glue that keeps them, that makes them become one. And it's something very special between the couple, between those two, that you don't share with anyone else. So that's why it's not just having sex, it's love.
Now I think the next question, it's good for you, right? Good for you, good for me, but you can read this one. Go ahead.
It says, what do you do if your partner does not get along with your family?
What do you do?
Well, first of all, you need to, it depends. Is that the, well, it's usually the in-laws, isn't it? First of all, it depends on what do you mean by not getting along? Is it that, you know, you find them too clingy, too inquisitive, like all the time checking on you and making sure that you are feeding, you know, her son, things like that? Then I suggest you make an effort to understand why they behave that way. Try to understand. Maybe they behave that way and they are still wrong, you know. But try to understand why. Why does his mom, you know, is always trying to find out if you are looking after him, if you are washing his clothes, if you've really been loving towards him. You know, she raised her son for so many years. There is that thing, that attachment, and it's hard to let go.
Yeah, and we don't know if it's the mom or the dad. It could be someone else. But the truth is, when it comes to families, we have to be diplomats. You know, one of the most important jobs in the world is people who work as diplomats, because the diplomat tries to make peace between two countries. A country may not see eye to eye with another country, but the diplomat goes there, sits the two countries around the table and tries to get them to agree on something. They may not agree on everything, but they'll agree on something. And families are very much like this. For example, you know, Elena's family is very different to mine, and mine is very different to hers. Very different. Not different in a bad way, they're just different. So of course, when you marry someone, you have to be open to the possibility that that person's family is going to be very different, the customs may be different, you know, there may be they may do things differently than your family. And the most important thing is this. I'll teach you a little trick, right? If you don't necessarily, or if you're not really happy with something that, you know, is said or the way things are done, listen, sometimes it pays to just try to get along. You don't have to say, oh, I agree with everything you say, or sometimes, look, just pretend you didn't hear something. Just, you know, try, do everything you can to keep the peace. And maybe some people will say, Lena, but then you're not being sincere. You know, sincerity is important always, but sincerity doesn't always mean I don't agree with you every time you don't agree. Sometimes you just let that one slide for the sake of the greater good, right?
Yes, exactly. You have to make an effort. You need to understand, as I said, where they come from, where they're coming from. And of course, many family members, let's be honest, they have bad habits. They want to be at each other's house all the time. You need to set boundaries. And if they still don't like it, you know, what can you do? Be diplomat, like my husband just said. You know, do your best, but agree between you two as a couple what you're going to do about it. For example, maybe you argue that, she doesn't come to my house as often as he goes to your house.
That's a common one.
Yes, for family dinners or something, or Christmas or whatever. You know, agree, but also don't be afraid to say no. And because you have your own life now. You know, you're not married to the family. You're married to that person.
But try to keep the peace as much as possible. Let's go for the next question. This is from Serena from Leighton. She says, "Hi guys, I know couples shouldn't have secrets, but am I considered a cheat if I do keep a few secrets?" Well, Serena, look, it depends. If you cheated, you did something wrong, you did something that you weren't supposed to do, then if you keep that from your partner, then yes, actually, even whether you say that to your partner, that you cheated or not, you are considered a cheat. You have cheated. So I don't know which secret you're talking about. The truth is, listen, a secret never lasts forever. At some point, a secret crops up somewhere. It will. It may take a month, a year, 10 years, but whatever secret you're keeping at some point will pop up. So you might as well just come forward and say that. But here's the bit that's important. If a person is in a relationship and they have gone astray, they did something wrong, they cheated, for example, it's important you come clean. But I don't think it's important that you go to the extent of saying every detail. Oh, you know, I cheated on you, and, you know, I slept with this person this many times, and, you know, the sex was better with her than it was with you, and, you know, it was like this, because then you're going to be hurting that person, right? The important thing is that you say, look, I did something I'm not proud of. This is what I did. I want you to give me another chance. And for all I know, the secret you're asking is completely different from what I'm assuming here. But the long and short of it is, there isn't a secret that you can justify keeping. You have to put things out in the open.
I think that the key thing here is, why do you feel the need to keep that specific thing a secret? Why? You should ask yourself why. Because if you're really committed to that person, if you really love that person, and you have become one together, you have a life together, why should you worry so much about, you know, keeping that specific area of your life in the dark? Why? I think that is the question. Maybe the person has trust issues, I don't know, but that needs to be sorted out. Because if something comes up, then there will be lies involved. And it will only grow.
It's a snowball.
That can become a problem and threaten your relationship.
And just the fact that you're asking if you can keep that secret a secret shows that it's something that you don't want to talk about for a reason. So you have to. You know, there is no easy way to this. And that actually is something for you to think about for the future. That if you think you're not going to be able to talk about whatever you're about to do to your partner, then don't do it. Don't get involved with it. If you think it's not, you're not going to have the courage to talk about it, then don't do it. It's probably something that's bad for you to do. Okay? It's been a pleasure to be with you. Now, if you want to get in touch, don't forget our email address is questions@lovetalkshow.tv. Our website is lovetalkshow.tv, and you can visit our Facebook page as well, Love Talk Show. Leave your comment, leave your question there. We'll always, we try to get through as many questions as we can. Okay, it's been a pleasure. Until next time, have a wonderful day.